In this lecture, we will explain another important visualization. It will be very useful for those who don't have much experience in Power BI. To have enough space, we can go to page 1 and delete this visualization. Then go to visualization pane and select Q&A visualization. Make it a little bit larger. You can click on show all suggestions. You will find that these are some of the most famous questions that the user may ask. If you find any of these questions, for example, this is COVID-19 data sorted by new cases. If you click on this question, you will find that the visualization is turned into a table containing all the countries with total cases, and they are sorted by new cases. For example, you have here Brazil has the most new cases, then South Africa, then Peru, and so on. Power BI detects the most appropriate visualization to display this data. So when I selected to display COVID-19 data by new cases, sorted by new cases, it's displayed in a table format. If I want to keep this visualization, I can click on this button to turn this Q&A result into a standard visual. It will automatically turn this visualization to a table, and the Q&A visual will not be displayed anymore. We can try another question. For example, this question, it will display average, this is per 1 million population for each continent. It's displayed in a bar chart, not in a table format like the previous one. BI detected that bar chart is more suitable than any other visualization to display the required data. Point to any of these bars, it will display the continent and the average of this per 1 million population arranged in a descending order. Let's have a look at the bar where you type your question. You will find here some words are underlined by a blue line. If you want to modify this chart by changing one of these fields, you can simply click on this field. This is per 1 million population, and change it. Maybe you need new this is per 1 million population, you need total this is per 1 million population, and so on. And the chart will be modified accordingly. Another great tip in the Q&A, you can simply delete all these questions and type any question you want. If it exists in the fields which was imported to Power BI, it will answer your question. You can type your question here. For example, how many total cases in Egypt? You will find the answer, it's 96K. Note that all the fields in this question are underlined by this blue line. If you want to modify any of them, just click on this and change the country. For example, if you want to know how many total cases in India, for example, click India and the result will be displayed. Another tip for Q&A visualization is that it can alert you if you type anything wrong. For example, this is the word how. We can remove this letter and write it like this. We write it wrong, so it's now underlined by a red line. Can I change the format related to this visualization, Q&A? Of course, like any other visualization, I can select it and go to format. I can modify the question field, this part, the background color, the font color. I can enlarge the text size a little bit. I can use a different font, for example, Arial Black. You will find here that the font is modified. You can also modify the color of accepted fields and errors. We highlighted before that error will be underlined by a red line, and accepted fields will be underlined by a blue line. You can even modify these colors. I can also change the title. I can add a title here. For example, we can name the title as FAQ, frequently asked questions. We can set the background color of this title to blue. Can make the alignment in the middle. Can make the font size or text size a little bit larger, and can modify the font family. Can also add some borders. You can modify the view as appropriate.